Hello everyone, this is Wrestling Watcher, a YouTube channel. It's about watching professional wrestling. So Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. That will be the Night 2 main event of WrestleMania. Unless they switch it up and put it on the first night, but it seems a universal consensus this will be the Night 2 main event. Now I remember Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble. And I remember that Monday night afterwards where him and Punk had the initial segment where they went back and forth and Roman chose Punk. And I remember people being really hyped up. And then Roman basically went away for a month because if you remember in that promo, CM Punk didn't talk to Roman first. He talked to Finn Balor because they had already set up Balor versus Punk at Elimination Chamber. And so you knew you had another month before that program really got started in earnest. And boy, did it. Right? I mean, Punk threatened to bury Roman next to his father. Roman's called him old. The Usos have gotten involved. Roman's put Punk through a table, hit him with a spear. Punk has put Roman through a table. And now I see some people are kind of like, okay, this feud feels like it's slowing down now. I don't know if it's slowed down. I think they've got it built as well as they possibly can have it built with, roughly 3 weeks or so before the actual event. I think it's been a logical build. I think psychology-wise, it's really smart. You have this champion, Punk, who I think is 47, 48 now, something like that. He's considered an aging champion, but, he's defending the title. He's a fighting champion, right? So he's a wily veteran who can, beat anyone on any given night sort of thing. Whereas you have Roman, who's this part-time superstar, this mega star now, who's doing the movies, who's playing in Street Fighter, right? And he's sort of entering that Hollywood stage of his career. He was a champion for over 1,300 days. He's this mega superstar. But he doesn't wrestle often anymore at all. He's a part-timer. But he's still in great, amazing condition, right? And, objectively speaking, he's probably stronger than Punk, probably faster, and probably a much better athlete overall. So it just makes sense that he would be the favorite on paper. But Punk, as I said, the wily veteran. So I think it's been well built. It's been built as big as it can be to this point. I'm not sure what more they can do with it. They've brought back the original Bloodline, the Usos, Jay and Jimmy, to take part in this. They're sort of having their own storylines. You kind of have Jay having tension with LA Knight. You have the Usos losing the titles to The Vision, Logan Paul and Austin Theory. But they're also part of this main event storyline with Roman, right? And so the question becomes, how about a short-term run with Roman as champion? Maybe the Usos get the title back. And what if you put the Bloodline back together? The original Bloodline with the titles. I mean, I would love for them to maybe add a new wise man too. I don't know who that would be. I don't think you'd put Paul Heyman back in the group, but a run with the original Bloodline as sort of not fully heel, but not fully babyface. The pro wrestling term would be tweener. They're somewhere in between, right? And maybe you go with that. And boy, does that lead to some booking opportunities, because I'll be honest, I kind of have this booking scenario where Roman defeats Punk at Mania. The Usos get the tag team titles back, and they have this mega run. And I have this scenario where Jey Uso wins the Money in the Bank, but he promises Roman that he's never going to cash in on him. right? He promises he's never going to cash in on him. He's family. That's just not going to happen. But then maybe at SummerSlam, Roman has this exhausting title defense against whoever it may be. And then out comes Jey Uso and just stabs Roman in the back. Super kick, spear, splash. 1, 2, 3. Jey Uso leaves SummerSlam as the new champion. But he's a full-fledged heel. I mean, main event Jey Uso, fully evolved form, champion. I don't know. I just like the sound of it. That's all for this one, guys. Thanks.